this is a rant video about something that is very important to me. The perks of being shy. First thing I want to say about this is that I've always been a very shy girl in school and in high school, and that's just my personality. That's just part of my personality. It's just something that it's just me. As I said in my last video, I will not apologize for being who I am. I've always gotten questions that I've loathed about being shy, and the main question that I've gotten about being shy is, why are you shy? This is a question that I always get. It's like asking someone, why are you white? Mean Girls reference. Sorry. Why am I shy? Because that's me. That's all I can say. Being shy is not a bad thing at all. If you're a shy person, it's not a bad thing. It just means that you are a little bit calmer than everybody else. You're a little bit less talkative than everybody else, and that actually sometimes is a benefit. Like when you're in class and people are yapping their mouths, you're the only one that isn't. That's great, because the teacher will notice that about you. The teacher will trust you. They'll be like, teacher, I understand what you're feeling, because everybody else is just talking. And for that reason, I've been very trustworthy with teachers. Teachers have trusted me because they see that I'm not like the rest. In a way, I'm not like people that are always talking or that are always getting into trouble, because I'm a very obedient and I'm a very responsible person. I know when not to do things wrong and how to handle school, basically, because I'm a very responsible person, and sometimes that comes with being shy. A lot of the teachers that have been my teacher, especially like in elementary, whenever my parents would go and talk to my teachers at school, my teachers would always tell them, your daughter doesn't talk that much, and she needs to talk more, or she needs to talk in general. She just needs to talk. One of the biggest misconceptions that people assume, like talkers assume about shy people, is that they are always shy. It's just not how I am, at least. You guys see me talking to you guys, and you guys see I'm not shy at all when I'm talking to you guys. I state my opinion. I let you guys know what I'm feeling. I'm talking as loud as possible. I just cannot talk as loud as possible because this is just as loud as I can talk. I do not have a mic. Sorry. And I am not shy when I'm outside of school and I'm with my friends, like close friends and family members. I'm always very loud, actually. I don't have a lot of close friends, to be honest, in school, and that's okay with me, because the people that I can trust, the people that are close to me, I can trust, and I make sure that they trust me as well, because I'd rather have 2 friends, close friends that I can trust, than 50 friends that I don't know much about and I just call them friends. I'd rather have at least 2 close friends, and that's all I need. You do not need everybody to be your friend. As I've said, the question that always irks me is, why are you shy? It's like, why do I have blonde hair? I don't have blonde hair. Why do I have brown hair? Why is my hair so curly? That's the type of question that I see it as. Like, why are you shy? Or why don't you talk? Most of the time that I get this question is when people that I'm forced to be alone with, I guess, or that I just happen to be standing by next to, they don't talk, but then they ask me, why don't you talk? Because they're not talking. If they want me to talk, I'll talk, but at least show some interest in me talking instead of just asking so rudely, why don't you talk? I've had a lot of experiences with that. I guess some teachers don't really see why shy students don't talk. Sometimes it doesn't actually affect that much, like your participation in class, because I have friends that are shy and that are quiet, but they do participate a lot in class, and they're the smart people in class too. It doesn't matter if you're shy or not, and you don't have to change who you are to satisfy the expectations of other people. It's just not how it is. Because I've never been able to get rid of my shyness, and it doesn't matter that you ever will. It's just how you are. It's not a bad thing at all. Like, people assume, they think it is a bad thing because they're not up to their standards. One time when I was in music class, I was in grade 9, and there was only one girl in my class that was in grade 10. And so one time she comes up to me and she's like, This girl that never talked to me, she was in my section of music. She just asked me straight up, why don't you talk? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, oh, that's bad. Seriously. I didn't actually say that, but obviously that's what I thought. And she was like, I'm just kidding. And then she just left. I have to rant about this because in these past couple of days I've watched a few videos about shy people and about why it's not such a bad thing. And I didn't know that until recently when I started watching these videos. Thank you for YouTube. Thank you guys. I don't have to be the loudest person in class for me to be able to get my views out to you guys. I do not have to be that way. That's what I've learned. I do not have to shout my opinions out on top of a mountain for you guys to understand who I am and what I do and what my intentions are for my channel. I do not need to be that way. My parents have always said that I've always been a very quiet girl when I was young. That's just the way that I've grown up, and it has nothing to do with like my mental state or anything like that. It's just who I am, and I'm not like that all the time. As I've said, a big misconception is that quiet people, shy people are shy all the time, and it's not true. It's not true at all. It just depends on who you're with that you're shy, and I know that there are talkative people out there who will be shy towards other people, and nobody says anything to them because they only talk when they're around their friends or humongous group of friends, and then they feel comfortable. When I was in grade school, when I was in elementary school, which is grade 7, because for me, elementary school is from grade 1 to grade 8, so elementary school for me, grade 7, I used to be called the mute in my class. I used to be called the mute. That was putting a label on me. That was someone in my class putting a label on me. And obviously I did not find that at all funny. I did not find that at all helpful with my self-esteem. I did not find that at all useful for someone to be calling me the mute. But I just let it go because whatever people want to believe, that's it. And that doesn't affect me. It's just a good story to tell. That's my experience. I remember in grade 6, I think, yeah, grade 6, there was one girl, she's an artist, and I won't say her name, but she brought a sketch of everybody in the class, an animation. She brought a few drawings of the whole class, and under everybody's drawing, she wrote a characteristic about a person, about each person in the class. So some people would be like, there's one guy that was like the loudest guy or the funniest guy or the troublemaker person, whatever, and I was obviously the quiet one or the shy one. And that obviously I was like, alright, I'm shy. Alright, I know. In Girl Meets World, Girl Meets Yearbook, we see that Riley and Farkle let the opinions of others, the perceptions of others about themselves, take it to the extreme where they become the people that other people think that they are or that they want them to be. I love that episode because of that lesson that you don't need to satisfy other people's perceptions of yourself. You have to be yourself. And if you're not yourself, then you are not true to yourself. How can you grow from that? With that, because I am shy, not all the time, because I am the shy person that people think I am, I can grow from that, because that's who I am. I do not have to be the loudest person. I do not have to go climb Mount Everest to shout out my opinions and to be outspoken that way. I can just do it here with you guys. Thank you guys for the opportunity of that, letting me be that way with you guys. And I love you guys so much for that. I came into grade 9, obviously wasn't the loudest person in the classroom. There was one girl in my science classroom. This was like a few days into grade 9, and I was in obviously the all-girls school. We were in class, and this was like the beginning of class. People were still coming in from their other classes. She came up to me and she asked me, "Are you sociable? Are you social?" And I was like, "I can be if you ask me another question." Are you social? The most that I've ever felt attacked for being shy was one time where there was this girl, I'm not going to say her name obviously because she could watch this video. I'm going to call her Jenna, just for the sake of it. I met her in grade 9 and I thought she was a cool person, but at the same time she was a very rude person. I don't know why I was friends with her, but I was, kinda. This also happened in science class. We were put into groups of 5 to do a assignment together, a project together, and so we were around like the lab benches with my group. There were 3 girls that were talking amongst each other, and then Jenna and I were just left, like the 2 of us. Because I wasn't saying anything to her or talking at all, I was reading from the textbook because that's what we were supposed to do. We weren't supposed to be talking about anything else other than science. Reading the textbook, trying to find out, like try to understand what we were supposed to do, as people should be doing in a science classroom, in a science group, in a project, working together. And so Jenna says to me, "Can you talk? Like, seriously, can you talk? Like, just say something." I didn't say anything. I felt so attacked by her for saying that. I felt so attacked. I didn't know how to react to that. Like, it was an outburst. She just bursted out and said, "Can you talk?" I was like, "What? What do you want from me? Like, okay, I can talk, but like talk to me in a normal person's voice and say something to, like, ask me about my day, ask me about what I'm doing in my other classes. If you want to know, for me to talk to me like a person. Talk to me like a regular being, and I will talk. And I'm actually a pretty good conversationalist if you give me a chance. I don't give people chances if they just come out and say, "Why don't you talk?" or "Just talk," or "Why are you shy?" Like, I don't find those people at all like that I should be able to give my time of the day. It just insults me for being who I am. That was the most that I've ever felt attacked for being shy. I mean, I've gotten over that thing. I've gotten over that experience. It's just something that I think about very seldom. And I just brought this up because I haven't thought about that in a very long time. Thankfully, Jenna's not really my friend anymore, and she's actually calmed down a bit from that experience. I don't know. Moral of the story, moral of this rant, purpose of this rant is, do not judge people for not knowing them. Do not judge people just by their outer appearance. Talk to them. If you want to know what they're like, if you want to get inside a person's brain, if you want them to talk to you, if you're curious about someone's voice, talk to them. The easiest thing you can do is say hi, introduce yourself, don't be creepy, ask them about their day, and they will talk back. And that's it. Just a little advice for you guys. And if you're a shy person like me, it's okay to be shy. If you want, you can go up to someone and introduce yourself. You don't have to force yourself to be someone who you're not and to like stuff that you don't like. You don't have to do that. One time in grade 7 also, there was this one guy who I kind of liked, and he asked me one time, if you were given a choice to talk and win $1 million for talking for a whole day, would you take that opportunity to win $1 million if you talked all day? And I was like, no. I said no. Like, I actually told him no. That's just not me, like, to be like blabbing on and on, like, with people that don't give me a chance to be who I am because I'm not like them. It's not worth it. On the flip side, I don't think I actually could just be talking all the time, all day. That just gets my mouth tired. I wouldn't be able to do that. That would be really challenging for me. Now you guys know a little bit more about me. I want you guys to feel open. This is me talking about something extremely personal. I wrote a poem a couple of months ago, and it's on my Fiction Press account. You guys can check it out. I'll link it below so you guys can check out the poem, and it's called The Mute Girl, I think. That's what I called it. And you guys can read it, even though it's a poem and I suck at poems, but Maybe you guys can read it and tell me what you guys thought. It was just something that I decided to write. I needed to empty out my anger and my frustration about people and people calling me mute in grade 7 and people thinking that they know who I am based on me not talking. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for always watching my videos. Comment down below telling me what you guys have experienced. Did you guys take anything out of what I've been talking to you guys for the past 10 minutes? I don't know. What did you guys take out of it? Do you guys know what I mean? Can you relate to being shy? Can you relate to being one of those people that point out someone else's shyness? Pointing out someone else's shyness is like pointing out someone else's mole. Pointing out an insecurity about them. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, as I said. Subscribe to my channel for more videos on Girl Meets World, and my social media accounts are down below if you guys want to check them out. I love you guys so much. Mwah. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!
I've been waiting